Hello, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Yasser Ahmed. So in this video, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be looking at paper 3 from the ICT IGCSE course. And what we're going to be doing is we're going to be focused on creating a table for the website section, but we're going to be using only HTML to create this table. So I have completed this paper and you can check it out on a YouTube channel. It's the May-June 2021 paper, variant 31. But I have been asked in the comments section, how can you create a table using percentages only in HTML code? So this is something that we're going to be doing today. And I'm going to be using Replit, which is an online web page. In this web page, you can do lots of different things like programming, obviously HTML, CSS. So let me just get rid of that title. I did start it, but I'm going to start it again. Okay, so we're going to be creating this table. Before we start, I have uploaded the pictures onto REPL. So you literally do that by going to the folder and dragging the pictures up to here. So these pictures will be later imported into a table that we will be creating. So let's read this question. So yeah, let me just go up slightly. Yeah, task 3 web page. So create in your BHH folder a web page called bhh.htm. So I'm not going to do that now. We're just going to focus on creating this web page. This web page must be created using a single table and must work in all browsers. The table must fit 80% of the browser window. And the table must have a structure as shown in this diagram. So what this means is if the table is open, it's going to fit about 80% of the window size, maybe up to here. So you'll see later what that how that's going to look. Okay, each table cell is identified with a letter. Some dimensions are shown. These must be set as percentage values, not pixels. The cell contents shown in the diagram must not appear on your final web page. Table borders must not appear on the final web page as well. So just for this example, actually, guys, I will be showing the borders. I've added to the CSS, so table, comment, TD, and I've just set the border pixel to 1. It's going to be solid and black. Later, maybe I'll change this, I'll take it off, but for now, we're going to keep that so you can see what a table will look like. Okay, so let's go ahead, guys, and start creating a table. So the first thing we need to identify is how many rows and columns do we have. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 rows, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 columns. So in HTML, all of the content of your website goes in between the body tags. And I'm going to start by creating the table tag. Okay, so this is the opening tag, and automatically REPL has made a closing tag. The closing tag has the backward slash. So the content of the table is going to go in between these two tags. Now, just before we start, let's do this part here. So the table must fit 80% of the browser window. So what we need to write here is style equals, and then the width is going to be 80%. Okay, that's that done. Now we need to create a code for each row. So we have 4 rows in total. So I'm going to create a table row tag. You can see you've got the opening and closing. So this is the opening tag and a closing tag with a backward slash. Let's go ahead and just make a few of these. And I'm just going to copy and paste these two just to save myself a bit of time. Control C, Control V. So what we have, this is the first row, second row, third row, and fourth row. And in each row, you'll see, obviously this table has been merged, but before the table was merged, there are 5 columns. So 5 cells within each row. So what we're going to do is we're going to be creating another tag within each row. And these will be for each cell, and it's going to be the TD tag. So you can see this is the opening and closing. What I'm going to do is I'm going to copy and paste. Okay, and then we can copy and paste this into each row. Maybe I could have done one row with the cells, TDs in, and then copy and paste it, but it's fine. Let's just do it like this now. So that's the second row. Third row. And fourth row. Okay. These extra spaces are not necessary. You can get rid of them. Okay, so now we've done that. The next thing we need to do is look at merging some of these cells together. So the top row, you can see there's only one cell now, which has been merged across 5 columns. So what we need to do is delete these extra TDs. So in the first row, this is the first row here, we have one cell which spans across 5 columns. So you write col span equals 5. Okay. On the second row, the last cell here is going to be spanning 3 rows. Okay, so this is the first row, second row. So this last cell is going to span 3 rows. Did I say columns before? So 3 rows, you can see. So since this is now being merged down, what we need to do is in the third and fourth row, we need to remove one of the cells. I'll get rid of one of these here. So you can see we've got 4 TDs, 1, 2, 3, 4. The third row, 1, 2, 3, 4. We don't need an extra one since this is now one big cell. And also we need to do the same thing for the last row, just delete one cell. And in the last row, you'll notice we have this first cell, which has been merged across 3 columns. So let's go ahead and, so this is going to be one cell, and then it's going to be merged across these 2 as well. So we can delete these 2 cells. And now we can type in here, col span equals 3. Okay. Done. Okay, now what we need to do is we're going to put the sizes in. Okay, so you can see sizes going up and down and across should be equal to 100. So the heights should all be equal to 100. So you can see 20, which is 40. This is the same as this one, so 60 plus 40. So the height equals to 100%. And the width also equals 100%, 20, 20, 20, 20, and 20. Okay, so the height is 20%. The width then will be 100% for this cell. So what we can do again inside of these brackets is we can type in this code here. So style equals, and then speech marks width. The width is going to be 100%. And then after the semicolon, the height is going to be 20%. So you can see all of these measurements are in percentages. Okay, what I'm going to do now is going to copy this into these cells here. So they're 20 by 20. Okay, and then I'll change the value in a second. Okay, so 20, 20, 20, and 20. The last row, which has been merged down, is the width is 20, but you can see the height is going to be 20 plus 20, and then this is 40%. So you can basically take away from that actually. So that's 20%, then this needs to be 80%. So the height, let's change that to 20%. The height is going to be 80. Okay, and the third row, you can see it's the same as that one, 20 by 20. So what I'm going to do this occasion is change that there and then copy and paste this one down. So Control C. Okay, 20 by 20. And then final row, you can see the height is 40% and then the width should be 3 of these cells, which is 60%. So in here, the width is 60 because it goes across 3 columns, and height is going to be 40. Okay, and the last one, this cell here, the height should be 40 and the width should be 20%. Yeah, 20% and 40. Okay, well, what I'm going to do now, guys, is just to help me out, I'm going to put the letters in, and I'm going to make them as heading 1. So the letters which represent the cells. So I know the top cell, this cell here is A, and then let's do these other cells here, B, C, D, E, F. And later I'll change that and I'll put in the content. But I just want to put this in for now so I know which cell is which. B. Now we can have a look at the table in a second after I've finished doing this. C, D, E, and this one is going to be F. Okay, and then G, H, I, J. I, J. Okay, and finally, we can put the letters in for the others as well. So K and L. So I'm just copy and pasting that in. So K and L. Now the great thing about using Replit is we can check to see what this looks like. Let me just drag that here and click there. So you can see here it's my table. Okay, I'm not sure about the sizes yet. Let me just double check. Why am I? I'm going to do this again. I don't think that looks right. So let me just try that, doing that again. So style. Okay, I think I was missing the speech marks. Width. And then 80%. Okay. And let's see what that looks like. Yeah, that's more like it. So you can see the table is about 80% width of the window. Okay, so yeah, that's done. Okay, guys, what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to put in a picture. And we'll put the first picture in, so the logo picture in. And you'll see initially when we do put the picture in, the picture's not going to fit the cell. So what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to place an inline style attribute into the HTML so that each image fits the width of the table cell with its aspect ratio maintained. So this is the first row, and this is that cell that's been merged. I can delete this now, so I know we're going to put picture in A, which is going to be top row because we've labeled it now, and it's going to be a picture of that logo. So the code for the logo or to insert a picture is IMG. Let's close that bracket. And inside of this, we need to write src for the source equals and speech marks. Within the speech marks, we write the name of the file that we want to import into this cell. Okay, I'm also going to include alternative text just in case the picture does not load up. So that's number 7. So Alt, call it logo. And initially, I'm just going to put an extra P there. So you can see if I refresh this now, the alternative text has been shown, but let me delete that P and refresh this now. You can see the picture and doesn't fit, does it? So we need to look at question 7. So we need to place an inline style attribute into the HTML so that each image fits the width of the table cell with its aspect ratio maintained. So what that means is within these image brackets, we need to put this piece of code in. So style equals, and then width 100%. And let's see what we have. So refresh, and yes, that's working. What I'll do is let me put these other pictures in as well. I'll do B, C, D, E, and F. Let me do that really quickly. And I know those pictures will be ending in 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to just take this code here and put it. So this is the second row, and then these are the cells in that second row. So this is going to be the first row in that second. So the second row, first cell, and then the next cell. And you will see in a minute what we're going to be doing. So we're looking at these ones here, B, C, D, and E. And we have to place these pictures B, C, D, and E ending in 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's do that really quickly. T1 PHH. There's that one there. Do you know what I'll do is I'll copy this now. Go and copy this one. And copy this one. And let me change the alternative text. So this BH, you can have a look at the pictures and change it to what they show, but I'm just going to change it to, I'll just refer to the file name. Okay, 2, 3, 2, 1. Let me also, in this cell here, put the jungle picture in. So that's going to be obviously this one here, and in F, the jungle picture. So let me copy and paste this one again. You have to help yourself find the shortcuts in these tasks, so you're not spending all day doing the same thing. So J2131 jungle, and then alternative text is jungle. So you can see, this has been copied as well. So hopefully these pictures should all fit within the cells. So let me just refresh that. Okay, the first one was working. Why did the others not change? Let me double check. So the alternative texts are coming up. You can see there, .jpeg. Oh, that's a silly little mistake. So let me just fix that. So it's very easy to make a mistake if you have got 2 G's there at the end, or 1. Yeah, 2 G's there at the end. And let's have a quick look. And there we go. Obviously, when you start adding more content, the table will look more complete. Yeah, so this is a difficult type of question, and especially if you don't have access to an application, then it becomes more difficult. So as I said, in this example, what we're doing is I'm just using HTML to create the table. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to, let's take the border off. Let's see if that goes. Yeah, there you go. It's no border left anymore. So yeah, so I've pretty much done the same task as I've done using web expression, but using purely HTML. I think what I'll be doing, guys, I will be making more videos like this. I think the next time I will be making a table only using pixels. Okay. Right. I hope this video has been useful to you. Good luck in your exams and thank you for your time. Bye-bye.